At one point, I felt really hopeless that my son was killed and the people that could help me was not helping me.
From a parent's perspective, Wanda Cooper Jones is living a nightmare, the kind you don't wake up from.
You know, as parents, I think it's always our expectation that our children will bury us, not that we will bury them.
I never thought that I would lose him in the midst of jogging. I mean, I never ever thought I would lose him that way.
It's bone deep, this kind of grief. Familiar to too many parents across the country, in particular black parents. 2 months ago, Wanda's son, 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery, was killed, chased and gunned down by white men while jogging on a sunny Georgia neighborhood street in February.
Remember your last conversation with him?
I told him I was leaving, I'll be back, and I love you. And his last words to me was, I love you.
Arbery's death did not become a point of national rage until this graphic video of the shooting leaked to the public last week. It immediately ignited a firestorm across the country. On social media, across racial and party lines.
Major developments tonight in that case igniting national outrage.
A young unarmed black man shot and killed.
Demands for an arrest have grown louder.
Culminating in arrest and murder charges 74 days after he was killed.
The moment I see that tape, I say to myself, not again.
Now, Ahmaud Arbery's face and name, etched on America's new Mount Rushmore of sorts, not to old pride, but renewed pain. Many of them martyred while they were still on the shy side of manhood.
America's going to have to address its long, violent, brutal history of racism and how it plays out in our current criminal justice system.
And old questions renewed. Why so long to make an arrest? And why, if justice is blind, are black and brown people so often harmed by a system designed to heal? So tell me about your son.
He was the baby of the family.
He played football in high school.
He took pride in his body. All he do is work out. When you call him, you talk to him, he working out. I bought him a weight set for him to work out because I know that's all he wanted to do.
Ahmaud graduated high school, attended South Georgia Technical College, and worked at his father's landscaping and car wash business.
How often would he jog?
Every day. If it wasn't drenching rain, Ahmaud jogged.
On February 23rd, Ahmaud's family believes he went on his daily jog, leaving his mother's home just outside Brunswick, eventually running through Satilla Shores, a mostly white neighborhood just a few miles away. Around 1 in the afternoon, someone called 911.
There's a guy in the house right now. It's a house under construction.
And you said someone's breaking into it right now?
No, it's all open. It's under construction.
That's fine. I'll get them out there. I just need to know what he was doing wrong. Was he just on the premises and not supposed to be?
Georgia State investigators are reviewing this video, obtained by our affiliate First Coast News, that appears to be from the same day. It seems to show a person walking into a house that is under construction. Video from inside the site was given to ABC News from the homeowner. It shows a man in a white shirt and khaki shorts looking around for about 3 minutes. Arbery's family attorney says they believe this is Ahmaud, but emphasized that he was not breaking the law. The homeowner told ABC News nothing was missing or stolen, and that he has never reported any burglaries. A second 911 call includes what sounds like a confrontation and yelling.
I don't know what street we're on. Stop right there! Stop!
What happened next is a thing of night terrors for countless people of color. Terror born out of Jim Crow. The cell phone video is graphic. We can only show you a few seconds. Enough to see Arbery running, veering around a pickup truck. Then you see him struggling with a man holding a shotgun. By the time police arrived, the 25-year-old was dead in the street.
I received the phone call about 7:30, and it was Eastern time. The call came in from an investigator. Then he went on to say that Ahmaud was involved in a burglary. In the midst of the burglary, there was a confrontation with the homeowner, and in the midst of that confrontation, there was a fight over the firearm, and Ahmaud was unfortunately shot and killed.
I'm struck by this investigator's description of what happened doesn't bear out the facts of what happened.
It didn't make any sense. He's never had any problems with any with anybody. I had major concerns at that point, major.
The two men in the video, a father and son, identified as Gregory and Travis McMichael. 64-year-old Gregory used to work in county law enforcement, first as a police officer, then as an investigator for the local district attorney's office. According to the police report, the pair said they believe Arbery was responsible for, quote, several break-ins in the neighborhood. The older McMichael described how he and his son, armed with a handgun and a shotgun, chased Arbery, trying to cut him off more than once, intending to make a citizen's arrest.
Under Georgia law, you can conduct a citizen's arrest for any crime. You can only chase the person down if they are trying to escape, if it's a felony. So you would have to be able to show, in the context of this case, that there was a burglary, to even allow them to try to engage in this citizen's arrest.
Gregory McMichael told police his son Travis killed Arbery after, he says, Arbery violently attacked him.
Gregory and Travis McMichael met with police the day of the shooting, and that's when the conflicts of interest began. First, the prosecutor who covered the county where the incident happened, she had to remove herself because Gregory McMichael used to work in her office. Then the second prosecutor who took over, he too removed himself from the case because of his connection to this father and son. But he went even further, writing in a letter that what happened was legal and that the victim in this case was the aggressor.
The DA also pointed to Arbery's criminal record, a gun charge from 2013 when he was 19 years old, and a shoplifting charge from 2018. One was investigated by McMichael, but it's unknown if the two actually knew one another.
Very often when black people are killed in this way, the very first thing that law enforcement does is say, oh, they're criminals. Oh, have you seen their background?
He'd have been living today if he was a white kid. He would have never got racial profile.
Ahmaud's parents say they will never watch the video. They already know what it shows.
Some have described this as a modern-day lynching, as modern-day Jim Crow. How do you see it?
I agree. The way I've always saw it is that he was hunted down like he was an animal, and he took his life.
The autopsy revealed Arbery was hit by 3 shotgun blasts. One grazed his right wrist. The other 2 hit him in the chest. Just one day after the video surfaced, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation took over the case. A little more than 24 hours after that, this happened. Gregory and Travis McMichael were arrested and charged 74 days after Ahmaud Arbery's death.
You're charged with part of the crime of felony murder.
There was no move to do anything until there was a public outcry. That type of response suggests that they didn't arrest these men because they saw a tape. They arrested the men because we saw a tape.
The McMichaels have not yet entered their pleas. Both men are still being held in jail. State investigators say there could be more charges coming, saying they're looking at William Roddy Bryant, a neighbor of McMichael's, who took the cell phone video.
I'm not proud that I shot the video, but maybe it helps in the end.
The state attorney general has officially asked the U.S. Department of Justice to investigate the handling of the case.
Did you guys ever have what they call the talk, the conversation that many parents of color often have with their children?
Many occasions, yes.
The fact is the talk doesn't work. Wanda Cooper could have had a conversation with Ahmaud about not stopping by property under construction or not running away from men with guns as they chase you. You get shot, you fight. The problem is not with the victims. The problem is with the system that continues to allow this to happen. It's time for us now to begin to speak truth to the systems that are allowing this thing to happen over and over and over again.
The talk did not save Ahmaud, nor will the justice system bring him back. His parents pray his dying will not be in vain.
What is your hope for your son's legacy?
I'm hoping that in the state of Georgia, they will implement a law that governs the hate crime, because I do believe that was a hate crime. I know it was officers there that knew when they arrived and my son was laying in the road that something wasn't right, but no one spoke up. And it's really sad.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.